So today we are here, the Grim Roasters, doing a full trailer breakdown on what I have deemed the most disappointing movie of all time. It has the potential to be so. We saw the train wreck that was The Force Awakens. We saw somehow they managed to make it worse in The Last Jedi. So to complete the trilogy of garbage, we have Rise of Skywalker, which doesn't really roll off the tongue nicely. I've always called it Rise of the Skywalker. That was a little confusing up until pretty much just yesterday. So, any thoughts on this, Paul, or do you just want to get right into it? I'm up with Ninja. Paul is about to speak right now.
What's up? This is the Fallen King. Check my channel out. Check this channel out. But yeah, you said this is the worst movie ever. Uh, Talk about trilogy. This is 7, 8, and 9 is the worst trilogy and the most upsetting and most disappointing trilogy of all time to me.
Yeah, honestly, I have no idea how they're even gonna save. There's no way to save it. I don't even like.
No way.
I'm actually somehow for some reason still have hope about this movie because I made the mistake of buying my tickets in advance to see Endgame because I thought they're actually gonna try. It's the last movie, right? But no,
Yeah.
they actually managed to botch that, and I think this is just a year of bad conclusions because they're probably gonna botch this bad. So let's just get to these opening scenes here right now. The first thing you see right here, we're gonna do. So boom, of course, the Lucasfilms logo, a classic logo, but a little bit confusing because George Lucas has nothing to do with this movie, right? Did
No.
so so I thought Disney just bought the Star Wars property. They bought
No, they
Lucasfilms.
yeah, they bought Lucas Films too.
Oh, so they're just misleading all the people who like George Lucas, essentially.
Yeah.
Because you don't see the Disney logo on this. I was expecting to see that when I saw The Force Awakens in theaters.
Oh
I
yeah.
didn't watch The Last Jedi in theaters. This is one of the rare times. I know this is illegal, but I would recommend watching these types of movies, these big name movies that you know will be disappointment on bootleg. I watched The Last Jedi on bootleg because luckily one of my Chinese contacts got the full like HD version of the movie before it came out, so I got to see it on this whenever it came out, like a couple of days before. For some reason, these movies come out earlier in China than they do in America. See, I'm getting sick and tired of this. What do you think about J.J. Abrams always does this where like it's complete silence and then boom, something just
You
comes on the screen. It's like a weird like jump scare type thing. Like for to me it's like, okay, I know you're trying to get my attention, but it's one of the cheapest ways to do so. Cuz it just
you
causes like a natural reaction, right? It's like a jump
yeah,
scare. It's not really scary. It's just that sudden burst of sound and audio. I mean sound and visuals, correct?
yeah, you called him JJ Abrams. His name is Jar Jar.
Yeah,
Jar Jar
I
Abrams.
almost
That's
forgot.
who he is.
Jar Jar, the evil Sith. Speaking of Jar Jar, what did you think about the evil Sith Lord Jar Jar Binks theory? I think, sadly, that fan theories are putting more effort and better than the actual movies.
Yeah. Yeah. I at first I thought the idea was stupid, but God, that theory would have been better than this trilogy we got now.
Yeah, because this trilogy, the biggest problem with it is there is no villain. There's no clearly defined villain. The first
Yeah.
movie was supposed to be Kylo Ren, and then like the first 30 minutes of the movie they show Snoke. So you're thinking, oh, we're having another copy of Darth Vader and Palpatine, right?
Yeah.
And then the second movie comes around and Snoke is easily killed. I watched that scene today to prepare for this in the throne room where Kylo Ren kills Snoke, and Snoke dies way too easily.
And it
Eh,
was stupid how he died because
Yeah,
he literally said he could sense every
yeah,
move.
I was just gonna bring it up. He read Ray's mind because she lunges at him with Kylo Ren saber, and
Yeah.
he just easily dismisses of her. And apparently, that was enough to distract him from Kylo Ren's slow moving of the Graflex saber. Anakin's old saber, or
Yeah.
technically General Grievous's old saber, if you watch those movies, Episode 2. But he moves the saber and turns it on and kills Snoke. Most of us were thinking there's no way he died that easily, but apparently he did.
Yeah, and you know what's crazy? It's like every scene with Kylo Ren, he is super powerful, but when he's with Rey, it's like he's weak as hell. It's like he
Yeah,
forgets his abilities of the
exactly. Yeah,
Force.
because Kylo Ren's supposed to be, let's do like the A through or the S through F scale, right? They commonly use these to kind of rate fictional characters. He's supposed to be like A tier, right below Snoke, which is an S tier. Rey has no training, so by default she should be F, D tier at
Exactly.
most. Yeah, so it's like she's out here fighting these guys that have had training through all these years. And another
Yeah,
thing
she
that really weirded me out was the Knights of Ren. They were completely dismissed of. That was a huge hyped thing when Seven was coming out. Oh, Kylo Ren, and he has all these people with him that are going to be fighting against the light side of the Force. They're gone. Snoke is now gone. So who is the final villain? Of course, they have to rely on nostalgia. And that, see, we're ranting and we're 10 seconds into this trailer, mind you. This is so bad. Like all these emotions, all of this just rage and hatred is coming out from 10 seconds. We're triggered off of 10 seconds. Let's just get back into this before we go on for hours, and then we gotta somehow wrap things up in a timely fashion here. See,
George
this
of the
scene
Jungle.
made me think of that crappy Tomb Raider movie that nobody saw. That came out. Was it this year or last year?
I thought it was last year.
Yeah, it was like she like does this generic run and jump thing, like what in the wall. She doesn't even do like a force enhanced jump. Like at least throw some cool moves. Go full out prequels on this. If you're gonna make her powerful, make her just ridiculously overpowered.
She looked like
Because
George of the Jungle.
why is she struggling to do these easy tasks, but yet she can fight full on trained dark side users with no problem? And she can fight throne guards that are designed to they've been trained their entire life and designed to protect the Snoke.
Yeah, that's crazy. Look at that gay hairdo.
I like what you
So
said.
gay.
Why is it? Oh my goodness. Now, one thing I will credit this movie for, and it doesn't really improve the quality of the movie. It's just like I do like some of the aerial shots, and like this is not really a compliment to the movie. It's like a compliment to the gear that they used. It looked really beautiful, clear. So at right now, the trailer's like at a 1 out of 10 rating wise.
Yeah. But that's what Jar Jar Abrams do. He gives
Yeah,
you visuals. He gives you
yeah.
visual shots
So
and
you
rehash stories.
yeah, so you forget how bad the movies were, but you're talking about how it looked. You're like,
Yeah,
oh,
it's
this
visual.
grabbed my attention. This was good. And how is this even a thing? Like, this is supposed to be the resistance. Weren't they all killed? Oh no,
Yeah.
they weren't. They weren't because the little gate thing closed, right? And then
Yeah.
they all escaped through the back. See, I forgot like half of the Last Jedi because it was so horrible. Because
I went to
Rey,
sleep doing some of it.
yeah, yeah, I had to do a little refresher course myself today because it was just so it was this is one of those things where I wish I could unsee it. Like if you look at the sidebar here, I don't know what happened, but it's just like a whole bunch of bad things. Star Wars, Ghost Recon Breakpoint, Batwoman, which we may rant on in a later video. The character that nobody cares about, Rose. I bet most of the people watching this didn't know her name.
Rose better not be in it too much.
It's
Fuck
like a
that.
weird forced love story. And there was a theory that racists came out and didn't want Finn to be with Rey. So they threw an Asian his way. The character's written in last second, which I kind
I
of believe.
think so.
Yeah. They're like, oh,
I
we don't
really
want
do.
this. Yeah, that makes sense, unfortunately.
Finn should have been a Jedi of the story. They fucked up.
Yeah. Yeah, because then in the older movies, they're like, the lightsaber can only be lifted by the force sensitive. So how is he
Yeah.
able to pick it? Like, they can't, they did. Every time I talk about this movie, I'm like, they didn't watch the old movies, which is crazy. They get paid millions of dollars and they can't spend. I mean, I'd be watching the older movies just for fun, and they're getting
Exactly.
paid millions of dollars to watch this and come up with a story that intertwines with the past movies, and they can't
And,
even do that.
and have you ever saw somebody wield the lightsaber and actually fought a dark user and not become the Jedi of the story. It's mind blowing.
Yeah.
It really, really is.
And speaking of getting paid millions of dollars to write a story, I think that should be our next video. When we get some free time, we should make a video on what we would have done for episode. No, not what we should have done for episode 8. That's all done. What we'd like to see from episode 9. We know it's not going to happen, but before the movie comes out, we need to come up with like not fan theories or predictions, but just like a full just fan script, I guess you could call it. And I bet it'll be better than what we actually see. True?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
definitely. I mean, this has 11 million views.
Wow.
What
Don't
in
deserve
the like? How is that even possible?
She looks so stupid when she have her face expression
Yeah,
sometimes.
she's not a good actor.
She's
And
not.
and and that scene, I have a theory about that scene. How they're basically gonna fake being enemies to get, I guess, to get closer to Palpatine, and then they're gonna like turn on him last second or something. It's gonna be some like easy to see coming, predictable story plot, and there are gonna be a lot of suggestions onto what happens. Because I watched a little bit of the Force Awakens today. I was just watching little clips and stuff to kind of not get hyped for this, but get ready for the live stream that we are gonna do. And
Yeah.
both of those movies were very predictable. Like Han Solo's death was so predictable.
It was coming from a
Yeah,
mile away. You saw it.
yeah.
It was
And
awful.
it is the same thing with this movie. It's like one of those things where you can say, okay, the first 10 minutes of the movie, watching the Rise of the Skywalker, we're gonna see what's gonna go down. We're gonna know exactly what's gonna go down.
Yeah. And that ice planet looking thing, it reminded me of the first Superman movie.
Oh yeah, the Fortress
Yeah,
of
the
Solitude.
crystals.
Yeah. Now is that the same throne room from? It's not the same throne room, right? Or is it like a demolished version of it? I was confused on that part because they had Palpatine voice in the background, so I was like, are they trying to?
It looked like a throne room from like a Wizard of Oz set or something.
Yeah, I thought it was like Game of Thrones or something because they have
Yeah.
like this. Yeah, it's like, did they reuse it or is that the same one from back in the day and it's just like destroyed? See, this scene like reminds me of something out of all things, Mass Effect or Star Trek or something. Like they're gonna do this final assault on, let me guess, another Death Star or Star Destroyer as they call it in this. You'd be surprised. They're gonna do that. They're gonna do another Death Star. Guaranteed.
If they do another Death Star, I will cut myself.
I'll walk out of the theater. It's really that bad. I like how Rey can do everything. Like she's just the stand-in pilot and Jedi. So she's Han Solo and Luke of this movie. And Leia, she'll probably become princess when what's her name dies. Leia will die in this movie most likely.
And then Finn and Poe, they both look like their bitch, her bitch.
Yeah, they're just like in the background. Look like
bitch.
They look all feminine. They're probably cooking her meals and stuff, bringing her.
Yeah,
stuff.
Look like Poe had like a scarf around his neck, like he's about to go walking in a park or something.
Crazy.
Or something.
Now, is this even Kylo Ren? Let's look at this shot. Has anybody talked about this? It is, right? Confirmed? Because it looks like a guy in a hood. Have we
really
seen it?
Does.
I mean, it doesn't even look like Kylo Ren. And he has the mask back on. If we saw that a little bit earlier in this trailer, right? He solders the mask back together, which it doesn't make sense at all why he's even wearing a mask. Like, I never got that.
Don't.
Like, at least if you're gonna wear a mask, at least have some kind of physical like deformity, like Darth Vader, full body.
Yeah, he looked like Milhouse.
Yeah, or even what's his dude's name from the Old Republic? The Darth Vader clone, Darth Malgus. Yeah.
Oh
yeah. He should have like the facial apparatus, like they all look cool because they needed the mask. This guy, it's just like he took the mask off. You see his hair all flowing. He looks like a pretty boy. It was really confusing in the theater. He took it off too soon too.
Yeah, he looked like he was about to go surfing the way his hair was flowing through the wind.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like 3PO always get hurt.
Yeah.
He always getting fixed in every movie.
What does he say by free? Like, does he even know them? Let's think about this. He doesn't even really know them like that. And
I
was that
don't
a
think
death?
so.
Was that a death flag for C3PO? By the way, is he gonna die in this movie or get destroyed or whatever?
Shit, he might.
Yeah.
They might ruin good tradition. I love me some Carrie Fisher, but my God, she should have died in Force Awakening.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely.
She does. That horse scene remind me of the bullshit Planet of the Apes movie, the last one that came out a few years ago.
Oh, what is it?
That's
Rise of the Planet? Was that
yeah,
it?
Rise.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think it was called that. It reminded me of that scene. Bullshit.
And what is this? Is that like somebody in carbonite or something? Don't let this be the final scene of the movie, and that's Palpatine. This is a breaking news story right here. I don't know if anybody said that before, but I really am thinking this is the final scene of the movie, and they team up and they somehow get Palpatine in carbonite and kill him this way,
That's
or
bullshit.
or they get some new force ability that requires like both of them to use the force at the same time, kind of like some like father son Kamehameha type shit against Cell.
Mhm.
Like they both have to do the thing at the same time, and it like freezes his body, and then they just destroy him this way.
To
This
to me,
is
to me, if Kylo Ren was gonna join the light side, they should have did it in the last movie. That would have been a unique twist to do it in the middle of the franchise, the middle film. But for him to do it in the last film, you just saw it coming.
yeah, yeah, like do it in the middle, and then you're going into this movie thinking what's gonna happen next. There is no big baddie. Have them forget it. Just have them be lovers. Everyone knows that that's eventually gonna happen, or thinking at least speculating. Just have them be lovers, and then they're going about their life, whatever. And then boom, Palpatine shows up, and he's like, no, there must be balance in the Force, right? Light and darkness. Palpatine's so evil he can basically carry the dark side of the Force, and then you have them two as the light side of the Force, or
Do
or
do
or
do
better yet, the Force Unleashed, right? This
yes.
is this is like, just have Palpatine have like a secret apprentice or something that and it's just a 2v2, right? Two dark side users, two light side users.
Do you believe that them bringing Palpatine back is a pathetic attempt to save Star Wars? I do.
Yes, it's like they're just playing on nostalgia. That's really what it is. There is no villain really good in these movies. Like,
Yeah,
what are they gonna do? Say Snoke never died? Like, have him come back like half of a body, like what's his name,
that'd be
Darth
awful.
Maul,
That'd be
just a
awful.
cyborg and a or something like that, or have that be like a clone of him. Like, there's so many stupid things they could have did, and they actually did not do any of them, and they did somehow made it worse by bringing Palpatine back. Like, how are they going to explain him not dying, getting thrown down the shaft? I don't get that.
They're stealing from the comic book stories, and then they're saying the comic book legend stories are not canon. I don't
Yeah,
get it. I
yeah,
don't get it.
yeah.
They're stealing parts of the stories from Star Wars Legends, but I don't understand.
Yeah, yeah, because I was reading about that. Yeah, Kylo Ren, they're saying it's a clone of Jason Solo. This is like way back when Force Awakens came out, and I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. Like, but then at the same time, like you said, they're stealing from the people's ideas who made these amazing stories, not giving them any credit or money, and somehow making the storylines worse.
Yeah, that's exactly what they're doing. That's sad.
Can we see? We get a slow mo shot on this one. Let's get a slow mo shot on them cutting that thing down. Slow mo. Okay. Because what does that really look like to you? Is it Palpatine? I don't know. If it is,
Oh,
that's bad.
I pray to God it's not.
Yeah. Watch this be the last scene of the movie. I
Oh
mean,
God.
who else would it be? Like, we don't have any real enemies unless Palpatine somehow did have that secret apprentice, or they're gonna do something even dumber and make Palpatine not the big baddie. They're gonna have Plagueis the Wise come back. That was a theory
Hell yeah.
in The Force Awakens, that Plagueis the Wise was Snoke. So yeah, just have Plagueis the Wise come back. Oh my
Look at the
goodness.
two lovers.
Yeah. Even because I was watching a lot of nerds freak out about, John Williams' score, right? The Force theme or whatever playing in the background, Star Wars theme. And to me it just seemed lazy. It was like a slowed down version of the regular Star Wars theme. Like it was nothing
Yeah.
exciting or new. There's an anime that I watch called My Hero Academia, and they have a signature song. It's called like "You Say Run," and all of their themes, a lot of the themes are like variations of "You Say Run," and it's so overhyped. And every time I hear it, I'm like, it's just a variation of their main theme. It's not anything special. Same can be said about this, right?
Yeah.
Like you even said it in your video, right? Check out the Fallen King channel if you get a chance. He did a reaction to this, and you were saying the score is terrible. I think those were
It's
your exact
awful.
words. Yeah. Like
The score is so bad. It's taking so much from the film because Star Wars is known for great emotional
yeah.
music and
It
scenes.
yeah, I mean perfectly said. It lacks emotion. It almost sounds
Yeah.
like you could tell the notes are there. It's weird. The notes are there, but it doesn't have any feel to it.
It's a
It
body with no soul.
yeah. It's just like I guess yeah, it's like it's an emotionless, dead sounding theme.
Yeah.
The musicians just went through the motions, and it's disturbing because you're just sitting there listening to this. You're like, I should be feeling something, right?
It's the
And,
sound of Star Wars death.
yeah.
Music.
And who was that? Was that Palpatine? A lot of people saying it was. It's
I
just some
think it
guy in the
was.
hood. Yeah.
I thought it was Palpatine too. That's terrible acting there. That face expression. That's just
just
awful
complete
acting.
blank face.
Awful acting. I seriously doubt if I see her in any huge roles after Star Wars. Seriously doubt that.
You think so? I mean, do you have a little bit extra time? That was our little full breakdown, by the way.
I got about like 2 or 3 minutes.
Okay, yeah.
My girl want me out of here.
Let's just do some Daisy Ridley searching here. All right, April
I don't see
10th,
her.
1992, 5'7", shoe size 9.5 for all you foot fetish people. So she's been in some other stuff. Chaos. Oh my goodness. I remember this movie. I meant to talk to you about it. Tom Holland and Daisy Ridley in the same movie. Thoughts
Wow.
on that? When I saw that, I was like, the
What
Fallen
movie
King
was
is going to
that?
hate this. Look at the screen.
Oh, jeez.
The two most overrated actors come together for a movie that people have deemed unwatchable. And for some reason, oh my goodness.
How Tom Holland keeps finding work, I would not know. My God.
Blue Season
That's awful.
is an older one. I've never heard of it. There's a movie called Perfect Blue that's an anime movie. It's pretty good though. Oh, Murder on the Oriental Express. I believe this is like a book, isn't it? It's like a teen nonfiction novel. I think I read this in like elementary school.
What I heard Ray, the girl that played Ray, I heard she barely got paid to do Star Wars. She didn't get a lot of money like people would think.
Well, for the most part, this was her first role. I think she said she made like 100K. I know in Wonder Woman did the whatever her name is. She claimed she only got 100K, and Ben Affleck got like 10 million for the role or something crazy.
Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah, in Justice League.
Oh, that's awful.
But yeah, Daisy Ridley. Apparently, does she have a twin? I don't know. Probably not. But Daisy Ridley probably not going to be in anything else, like you said. I don't see how this didn't kill her career. Didn't J.J. Abrams himself say that her acting was wooden?
Jar Jar Abrams.
Wait, I got distracted here. It said, what's her name? Katie McGrath. Do you know who that is? Do you watch Supergirl?
No, I don't.
Oh.
Hell no.
Oh, never mind. It's a different Katie McGrath. I thought her name was Katie McGrath too.
WB shows are death sentences.
CW, yeah.
Yes, I mean CW. My bad. CW. Any superhero show that's on CW is there and born to die.
And that leads to our next point. I think we're about done here, but
Yeah.
the next one may be a Batwoman rant. Are you willing to subject yourself to suffering for the people?
I don't
watch
even know.
watch the show because I'm on episode 2 right now. There's 3 episodes. It literally takes me a full week to watch 3 episodes. That's sad because I usually bang out shows in one day, full series like Stranger Things or something. But
If the first episode is god awful, I have to stop at the first
good.
episode.
Good. Yeah, just watch at least one episode. You can watch either one of the 3, to be honest, that are out so far. There's there's a character that's I guess based off of Donald Trump or something. Well, it's Tommy. What's it? Tommy Emmanuel Hush. But they change it to Tommy Emmanuel is a guy who like builds walls around Gotham and hates Mexicans or something. So they make him basically Donald Trump instead of Hush. It's really bad. So I guess next time let's do that Batwoman react. It has been fun. I'm out. We're out.
I'm out too.
Adios.
See y'all later.